It's 3:33 am, and lads, if you've clicked on this video, this is your sign to stop half committing. Yeah, and I'm not talking from some textbook. I'm not reading some fluffy little self-help script or some 3am motivational shit. Like, I've lived this, okay? Like, getting in shape, rebuilding my confidence, my standards, my discipline, my identity, just my whole operating system. That changed everything for me. And deep down, you know the man that you keep talking about becoming, okay? Like, you know the body that you want. You know the routine that you want. The standards, the habits that you need to kill in your life right now. The environment that you need to fuck off right now. So guys, you need to start acting. Like, at some point, you need to stop talking about becoming him because it isn't enough. Like, at some point, you actually just have to become him. And I believe that comes down to 3 Ps, the 3 Ps of life, okay? Number 1, purpose. Number 2, physique. And number 3, the process. And we have to go all in on these, guys. We have to go all in on these. Now, currently, it's early in the morning, okay? Like, I've been up since 3 a.m. and I was just reading the Bible, just getting my mind ready for the day. And I'm not going to sit in and turn this into some whole religious ceremony. But I do believe there is a moment where you just get a wake-up call, okay? Maybe it's pain. Maybe it's disrespect. Maybe it's getting rejected by that 5 out of 10. Maybe it's looking in the mirror and thinking, I'm just not that guy. Like, whatever it is, guys, this video is generally going to remind you to just stop talking about it and actually just go in. So the first P is purpose, okay? What are you actually trying to build? Who are you actually trying to become? What is the mission day to day in life, guys? Because if you don't have a purpose in life, you will drift. And that's what most men are doing right now. They're drifting, they're reading, they're scrolling, they're eating like shit. They're keeping all these vices in their life and they just feel dead inside. Okay, like, they talk about what they're going to do and then they maybe start it and they don't finish it. And they jump from thing to thing to thing every other week. You know, how am I going to change my life? How am I going to make more money online? Maybe it's trading, maybe it's crypto, maybe it's drop shipping. Like, all this shit, okay? Like, all this shit that you don't really care about and it's not really your purpose. And then a few months in, you're just on to the next thing. Yeah, shiny object syndrome. And people don't seem to figure it out these days, guys, because they never sit long enough to actually ask themselves, what do I actually care about? What am I actually building? Who do I actually need to become? Like, what would I do if money wasn't the goal? Yeah, like, what would I need to suffer? That's the type of questions you need to ask, guys. Okay, like, if money wasn't the goal, what would you actually want to spend your life doing? And for me, the answer always came back so clear, okay? It was, you know, getting in shape, guys. Getting in shape changed my life, not just physically, but it gave me the confidence. It gave me structure to my everyday life. It actually allowed me to respect myself. And honestly, it just completely changed the way I saw myself, in all honesty. And if something had that much of an impact on your life, like, why not dedicate your life to it, to helping others to experience the same thing? That's the way I see it, guys. And, you know, I'm keeping my guys inside my elite program. They're all savages. They're all getting down to that 10% body fat year-round standard. And that is what it's about, guys. And that is the first thing that actually aligned me, okay? Once you actually feel that alignment, something changes. Yeah, you stop waking up wondering, like, if I should quit. You stop wondering up, seeing what everyone else is doing around you, you know, chasing the next shiny opportunity that comes across your phone or whatever, guys, because you're just living with purpose. Yeah, you're no longer building something to just make money, guys. You're building something because you actually give a shit about it. And does that mean it's easy? No. Okay, guys, there will be slow months. There will be doubt creeping in, the devil creeping in your head, guys. There will be moments where you question yourself a lot. But you're aligned with purpose, guys. You know your purpose and you develop that mindset where no matter what happens, you're not leaving. You're just keep continuously pushing forward. And this is what we're supposed to do, guys, okay? Lads, if you don't yet know your purpose and you're watching this video, you need to spend more time alone, okay? And society will tell you otherwise. Society will tell you that you need to go out more. You need to socialize more and build your social skills. And there is truth to that. Of course there is, okay? Like, you need to actually be able to speak to people, to be able to communicate and build that confidence. But if you're hanging around just a bunch of negative fuckers right now who are going out doing drugs and getting on the packet and eating Mackies and just chatting shit and laughing about ambition and trying to drag you back down when maybe you have that business idea, you need to fuck them off. You need to actually get around better people, people with similar missions, or even just spend more time alone, like I say, guys, until you actually just become better. Yeah, maybe work on your body, okay? Like, no one actually thinks anymore. Everyone's just jumping and drifting and reacting. And they think they have all this unlimited time on this earth, especially if you're in your 20s right now watching this. You don't, okay? You need stillness. You need actually to sit with yourself, okay? I call this my identity calibration process. I actually do this every single morning. This is something that I give to my clients every morning. You know, I allow myself to sit in stillness, just no phone, no noise, just me and my thoughts and my goals and my standards and my mission. And I just listen inwards, okay? And normally I just hear my heart and I know what to do. Maybe it's I need to start eating a bit healthier, whole foods. Maybe for you, you need to get your macros dialed in. Maybe it's invest in that coach to 10x your results. Maybe you just need to go fucking psycho on your physique. Maybe you need to leave that fat bitch of a missus because you know she's a fatty and you know you deserve more. Okay? Like, maybe you need to stop pretending that you're just happy with where you are in life when deep down, you know you're just drifting. Yeah, so you need to actually just sit with yourself sometimes and just listen, guys. Yeah, all this, guys, is really going to give you a purpose. Yeah, purpose actually gives your suffering somewhere to go. Okay, a direction to head in, a reason to actually say no. No to the nights out, no to people who are dragging you backwards, no to all this fucking cheap dopamine. Okay, guys, like, sometimes you just need that time alone. Yeah, like, that's what I like to do, 20 minutes in the morning. And that way you're just building yourself into something. You're becoming someone, okay? And you're not just being pulled by all this noise. Yeah, that's the way I see it, guys. And then just end up back at that old version of you. So give yourself that time alone, okay? Which brings me on to my second point, my second P, which is physique, guys. And when I say physique, I'm not talking about a little six-pack here for the Instagram. I'm talking about literally becoming physically undeniable in your energy, in your posture, in your confidence, even just your presence. Yeah, like your physical representation. Are you a slob right now? Like, really look at your body. Are you fat? Do you need to sort it out? Are you some 18-year-old kid who's skinny fat right now? Maybe you could be 25 and you're just drifting and you're just going out on the weekends and living for the weekends. Or you could be 40 with a kid and you're low energy and you're just some estrogenic fuck wondering what the fuck's happening with my life right now. Like, whatever position you're in right now, guys, you need to focus on building your body and just that becoming the priority, okay? Because building your physique, that is the key to life. That's the way I see it, guys. If you want more energy day to day, if you actually want to be better in your relationships, maybe with women, maybe you want more respect. But most of all, just do it for yourself, guys. Yeah, you got to look in the mirror every single day and you just want to look like a year-round stud. So that's the way I see it, guys. So start hitting the gym 4 or 5 days a week. Yeah, and when I mean actually hitting the gym, I don't mean going in there fluffing about and socializing. You know, the gym's become some sort of social event these days and going for a little chat and then taking fucking selfies in the picture and then just leaving. Fuck that, guys. Like, I'm talking 45 minutes to an hour of just consistent training, actually training like a savage. Yeah, but you need the structure in there. You need the intensity. You need progression. Especially if you're younger right now, you know, maybe late teens, early 20s. These are seriously the years to get ahead. That's the way I see it, guys. You don't need peptides. You don't need 400 different supplements and all this shit that they're promoting online and fucking hacking. You just... That's it, guys. If you're young, your test is high, your body is prime. These are the years that you just fill out the frame. You focus on stacking that lean tissue. Yeah, these are the years that you really build yourself into someone that your future self will thank you for. Okay, so the training needs to be dialed in. The nutrition needs to be dialed in. Sleep needs to be prioritized. That was a big one that I missed over the years. You know, doing all these late nights, going out raving and stuff like that. Just get the basics locked in. And when I say physique, guys, I'm not just talking about building muscle and losing body fat and gym and all that, guys. I'm talking about the man. I'm talking about the character that you're really developing yourself into with the posture and the presence and the confidence. So if you're slanted over right now, if you're some little melt who's too afraid to talk to girls right now, sort it out. You can sort that out today, okay? Pin your shoulders back, guys. Have your chest high. Yeah? Actually back yourself for once. Yeah? Start fixing your self-talk. Because a man who can actually control himself actually holds himself to a higher standard. He knows how to actually carry himself, okay? Like, that's the way I see it, guys. And when I mean a body, when I mean a good body, guys, I'm not talking about being Arnold here either. I'm talking about building a lean, athletic body. I'm talking that movie star look. Yeah, we don't need to be Arnold, but we do need to be about 10 to 12% body fat. Okay, that's usually where I like to keep myself and my clients year round, even when I'm so-called bulking. Yeah, like the process doesn't need to change your whole operating system, but you do need to start prioritizing the weights, okay? You need to start prioritizing the weights. It's going to change your energy. It's going to change your focus. You're going to be able to speak differently. You're going to actually be able to look at people in the eye. Okay, like people can feel that when you walk into the room. It's energy, guys. Yeah, women can feel that. Your mates can feel that. Like, there's a massive difference between some bloke who's tired and bloated and fat. I don't respect him, and anxious and just hiding himself. I used to have the worst anxiety, guys. I used to be all nervous around people and I couldn't look at people in the eye. And yeah, literally there was periods where I didn't go out and my mum was like, what is wrong with you? I couldn't even go out. I couldn't even go to the gym because I was just that. I had the worst body dysmorphia at the time, guys. And when you actually just build your body, you build yourself into some lean, sharp, athletic, high energy individual with the shoulders back and just actual presence, and you've got that bicep vein pressing against the skin. That's the game changer, guys. That is why the physique matters so much, okay? Your physique is physical evidence. It's evidence that you can actually keep the promises to yourself. And once you actually prove that in your body, you can start expecting it a lot more in other areas of life, in your career, in your relationships, okay? So sort the physique out, sort the vessel, and just build physical proof, because the man you keep talking about isn't walking around with no fucking energy and eating like a child and eating out of emotion and skipping the training sessions and then calling it balance. Like, balance is a word that gets thrown around again, like a lot today. And that's like, balance is not going out and necking pints and having kebabs and just quietly hating your life, okay? You're building a body because you respect yourself, you respect your mission, which brings me on to the final P, and that is the process. Because everyone wants progress in the gym, everyone wants the body, the money, the relationships, the lifestyle. Yeah, everyone wants all of this, guys. You know, everyone wants to become that man that they keep talking about, but very few people actually fall in love with the process. And that's what's going to keep it. That's what's going to keep the results, guys. Yeah, the final P is the process. So go all in. And this is the so-called boring execution to most people. People will call you boring. I don't. I personally call it standards, guys. Like waking up early, not snoozing, actually training, actually doing your cardio, eating from Whole Foods. You know, doing the deep work blocks, guys. Macros. Repeating the same days most days. Like, so you don't fall off, guys. Like, to me, that is the process. That is when you're in flow. And this is where, you know, my CC10 daily habits come in. Okay, one of my first CC10 daily habits is obviously the early wake ups, guys. Yeah, you can literally get all 10 down below. But I wake up early every single day, 3 a.m, okay? No snooze, guys. No fucking snooze. Because the man you keep talking about doesn't start his day with negotiating the alarm, guys. He doesn't start like a little victim. Yeah, like, you get up when you say you're going to get up, whether it's 4 a.m., whether it's 3 a.m., whether it's 2 a.m., okay, whatever you've committed to. Like, it's not about pretending everyone needs to wake up at the same time as you guys. Like, you just need to actually just keep the promises to yourself, okay? So when that alarm goes off, you get up, you go for that run, you go to the gym, you get the cardio done. Maybe you need to meal prep. All this so-called shit about I ain't got the time to hit my macros, I ain't got the time to, you know, eat healthy and all this, guys. Get up earlier, prep the meals. Yeah, get ahead of yourself, okay? Maybe get your head straight, maybe go for a walk, okay? Write your goals down, yeah? Get aligned with that future version of you, the purpose, guys. Get up before the rest of the world wakes up, okay? Before, like, we are beating ourselves up and we're beating everyone else up in the process. And that was a game changer for me, just getting up early. Yeah, giving myself that 3-hour window. This is something I like to personally do, and I recommend to all my clients. If you wake up if for instance, you have work at 9 a.m., you want to be getting up at 6. Yeah, maybe even 5. Like, to me, 6 is pretty soft numbers, guys. Yeah, give yourself a 3-hour window. And when you compound that, guys, when you compound the process, eventually you start to love it. Yeah, and this is where progress actually starts coming from. Not from motivation, not from some shitty little quotes on your phone and watching another self-improvement video on your YouTube, whatever, guys, that you're gonna do nothing with. It's actually progressing and actually taking action and building a day that you can literally hit on repeat. Okay, a day that actually turns you into a weapon. Like, for me, guys, it's like every day I'm playing fucking Xbox. You're just loading into the character. You know the mission today. You know the training. You know the macros you're hitting every single day. Because every single day, you either upgrade that character or you just slowly let him decay. And that's how I see it, guys. Okay, like, I get excited to wake up every single day. I fucking love waking up every single day. You know, the minute my alarm goes off at 3 a.m., I'm beaming with energy because I know exactly what I'm doing day to day. And that's what it's about, guys. Yeah, I get to turn this camera on. I get to talk to you guys. Okay, I get to train every single day. I get to actually feel my body properly. And I get to work on my mission. Yeah, I tick all the non-negotiables off before I hit my pillow. Yeah, you're finally actually just building yourself into the man that you keep talking about. And even when I go to bed at 8 p.m, guys, I'm thinking, oh God, I can't wait for another day tomorrow. Yeah, like, I'm ready to go again. That's how you should be thinking. You shouldn't be dreading the following day. You shouldn't be dreading waking up and then waking up tired, guys. Okay, the process is actually going to give you control. And most men, they don't have control. They're just little emotional bitches today. They spend their whole life like they're one big fucking accident. And that's why nothing changes, guys. Yeah, so you need a daily process, guys. You need to actually set yourself up day for a success. You know, I follow a blueprint, me personally, my 7-day structure blueprint, and I just get everything in place. Yeah, I have the morning routine. I have the training structure. I have the meals set up for me. You need to get this all set up, guys. You know, the daily habits. Like I say, there's a link below to all 10. These keep me lean. These keep me sharp. These keep me energized. Because if your day is left to chance, if you're just waking up guessing what you're going to do, that's not the way, guys. Like, lads, this is where you have to be honest with yourself, okay? The man you keep talking about already has a process in place, already has a daily process in place. He's not living the day by chance. So just commit, guys. You commit first, you act first, and then you repeat. And then the proof actually comes. And I know people think, yeah, but sometimes I just don't feel motivated. Like, who gives a fuck, guys? Okay, the process is not built on how you feel. The process is actually built on who you actually said you were becoming, guys. Okay, so there's going to be days you're going to feel amazing. Like I said, there's going to be days you feel flat. There's going to be days that you feel tired. But the way I see it, guys, you know, the process always stays. Yeah, just learn to fall in love with it. Learn to see it like Xbox, guys, okay? And that is where your life truly starts changing. Not overnight, not in a week's time, but, you know, day by day, rep by rep. Even just meal by meal. Every decision you make, okay, is either stacking proof or just killing you. It's that simple, guys. So you need the evidence, guys. You need to stop talking anymore and you need to start becoming. So very quickly, guys, the 3 Ps, purpose, what are you actually building your life around? The second, obviously, physique, guys. That is the representation of your standards. And the third is the process, guys. Yeah, the daily structure actually required to make things real and required to actually keep you on track, guys. Because deep down, you already know, okay? You already know what needs to change. The habits, the body. All right, you know what you should be building, guys. So get to work, guys. Stop talking about it. And I hope you took some value from this, guys. But remember, purpose, physique, process. That's the game, guys. But let's go.